Hey, espresso lovers, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. Coming up, Ted from our service center. He's going to show you how to install this manual steaming wand on Gaggia Classic machines made prior to release of the 2019 Gaggia Classic Pro. The new Classic Pros, they come stock with that manual wand. If you'd like to learn more about the Classic Pro, use the link up here. It's without question the best entry-level machine on the market. Installing the manual wand, well, it's going to be really easy with Ted taking you step by step through the process, which takes only about 5 minutes. Put on a manual wand and with a little practice, you can froth milk to latte art quality. Now, if you'd like to get the manual steam wand, use the link up here or find it down in the video description. So here's Ted to show you how to do the install.
Hello everyone, this is Ted from Whole Latte Love Repair Center, lead repair technician. I'm going to be showing you how to convert your Gaggia Classic steam arm, which is this version, which you can put a Panarello wand on, to the newer version that's coming on the newer style Gaggia Classics. A lot of people have been interested in just putting this new wand on their older machine. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I will mention that this is also a wand that you cannot put a Panarello wand on. It has a steam tip. So just so you know that. But let's go ahead and show you what you need. We're going to need a 17mm wrench. We're going to need a Phillips screwdriver of some sort. It doesn't have to be quite this long. It's basically to take out these two screws right here. We're going to need some kind of cutter, anything that can cut a zip tie, because we have a zip tie we have to cut in there and then put a new one on. So that's all you're going to need to convert the steam arms to a different one. So let's go ahead, and I've already started these two screws a little bit, so it doesn't take me long to get them out. They're not hard to get out anyway, so you just undo the two screws, put them off to the side, don't lose them, remove your funnel lid, and then you're going to pull up on the back, and then this front is inserted into tabs, so you're going to just pull back like that. Make sure you don't lose this rubber piece. If it does come with the lid, that's fine. Just make sure you insert it back in here before you put the lid back on. So now that we got that, we can move this right off and set that off to the side. Now, this is what the internals of the machine looks like. If you haven't been in here before, it's not too difficult. But what we're going to do is we need to change the arm, which is connected to the steam valve. All right, so in order to do so, we have to cut this zip die, which is holding this water line to the steam arm assembly. That's to prevent it from moving too much this way and hitting the funnel to cause a vibration on the funnel. So we're going to cut the zip tie and just pull it out of there. If it drops down in, just make sure you get it out. Now that we got the zip tie off, all we have to do is loosen this nut right here. And the easy way to do that is put the 17mm wrench on there, and you're gonna have to turn it this way to break it free. And all I usually do is I just take my palm of my hand and I just go like that just to break it free. And you can see now I can actually turn the nut. So take the wrench out and you can actually move this now with your fingers. And once you unscrew it, you can take it out from the bottom. Make sure your Panarello wand is not on it, because it won't, especially on the older versions. This opening is quite bigger on the newer machines, but on the older ones it was much smaller, so you couldn't fit much through there. So if you do have your Panarello wand, it might go through there. If it's a smaller hole, make sure you remove the Panarello wand so you can actually remove this out. Once this is out, you just take the new one and you feed it down through there, through the hole, down here. And you're just gonna maneuver this because this pivots. Just make it your way in there and just move things around until you get it into the desired spot that you can line this arm up with the steam valve connection. Once you get that lined up, you just push that on there, get your nut on there and start spinning it in. And once you get it in there somewhat, you can take your wrench, because this one actually goes on quite tougher than the other nut for some reason, so it's not easy to turn with your fingers. So you will have to play with the wrench and your fingers. If your fingers are stronger than mine, go for it. Or you can just use the wrench and keep going until, at the same time, make sure you're pushing in, because you don't want that seal to pop off the end of this steam arm and come out of the hole and then rip it up as you're tightening it down. So I am literally just tightening it down all the way, and once you get to a point where it kind of stops, just hold the machine And make sure not to push into this element connection right here, but you're literally gonna crank it just a little bit to tighten it down in there. So you got a good seal. Now that that's in there, we have a new arm attached to the machine. The last thing you got to do before you put the lid on is put a new zip tie in to hold this back. So you can just wrap the zip tie around, tie it down. You don't need to go real tight, you just need to hold it in place. You don't have to crank on it. Once you get the zip tie in there, cut off your excess with the clippers, like that. And then it's just a matter of putting your lid back in. Now remember, this rubber piece goes in here. There's 3 tabs, lower and an upper one. They line up with the 3 holes on the rubber seal. So you're gonna start by putting the funnel in first, keeping the front away from the front of the machine as much as possible. Once you get down far enough, you can slide this front lid piece in between the teeth and the rubber seal. Sometimes you have to play with it. Once you get it in there, you'll see that it slides in, and then kind of lift and pull to drop the funnel back down in place. And then it's just a matter of putting your screws in and tightening them down. Don't over tighten them because you'll ruin the hole. And then you're good to go. You have a new steam arm on from the new version of the Classics.
Want to learn more? Subscribe now so you'll know about the latest videos on everything coffee from Whole Latte Love.